My dear friend, if you are over 60, stop what you are doing right now and look closely at your daily pill box. We all understand that aging brings changes. We accept the creaks in our knees and the need for reading glasses. But there is one change that brings the deepest fear: losing our mind, losing our memory. That creeping fog that steals your dignity and your independence. Perhaps you've missed an appointment recently. Maybe you stared at the stove, forgetting if you turned it off. Or perhaps you struggled to remember the name of a beloved grandchild, even for a moment. We tend to dismiss these moments as just getting old. We think it's inevitable. But I need to share something vital with you today. Something doctors rarely discuss with enough urgency. Many of the common pills sitting in your bathroom cabinet, pills you trust to keep you healthy, manage pain, or help you sleep, are secretly and steadily weakening your brain. They are sabotaging your sharp thinking, increasing your confusion, and accelerating memory loss. This is not about stopping essential medication. This is about knowledge. It's about protecting your independence and keeping your thoughts clear so you can enjoy these golden years, make sound financial decisions, and keep your home safe and peaceful. We are going to look at 3 very common drug classes that are known to cause cognitive decline in seniors. You need to check your own list right now. Let's start with the first group. Warning sign. 1. The sleep helpers and the sniffle stoppers. Think about your evening routine. Do you rely on something to help you settle down and get a full night's rest? Or maybe you take something simple, over the counter, for allergies, a minor cold, or even motion sickness before a long trip. The first group of medications we must watch closely are those containing dedicate. Anticholinergics. This is a big medical word, but what it means for your brain is simple. These drugs interfere with acetylcholine, a crucial chemical messenger that allows your brain cells to communicate for things like learning and memory. When acetylcholine is blocked, the result is mental fog, confusion, dizziness, and extreme difficulty recalling information, especially the morning after you take them. The most common culprits here are certain hair antihistamines, the ones known for making you drowsy. Look specifically at over-the-counter sleep aids. These often contain diphenhydramine. Yes, it knocks you out, but it leaves a heavy mental hangover that lasts far into the next day. It makes balancing your checkbook harder. It makes finding the right words impossible. We are often told that getting good sleep is essential for aging well, and it is. But relying on these brain-dulling aids is a dangerous trade-off. They may stop you from waking up at 3 a.m., but they vastly increase your risk of falling during the night, and they confuse your memory centers. If you are using a nightly sleep aid or an allergy pill that lists drowsiness as a side effect, you are putting your brain at risk. Even low doses used consistently can cause lasting damage. My advice for you is simple but urgent. First, check the label. If you see diphenhydramine listed, ask your doctor or pharmacist immediately if there are safer, non-drowsy alternatives for your sleep or allergies. There are usually better ways to manage these issues. Second, never mix these drowsiness-inducing pills. Many seniors trying to soothe an aching joint or a bad cold accidentally take an allergy pill and a separate sleep aid, not realizing both contain anticholinergics. This dangerously amplifies the toxic effect on the brain. That double dose of confusion can mean the difference between steady walking and a dangerous fall in the dark kitchen. Your home needs to be your sanctuary, not a hazard zone. Keep your mind sharp to keep your footing steady. We need to be vigilant against this silent decline. Now, that was the first warning about pills often purchased without a prescription. The next group is even more worrying because they are prescribed daily by doctors for a very common condition, yet they carry a massive hidden risk to your cognitive health. This next category might be in your kitchen right now, and if you stop taking it suddenly, it could be catastrophic. We need to discuss Group 2, focusing on the danger hidden in your anxiety and pain relief. Stay with me, because this next one is vital for protecting your clear thinking and your peace of mind. We talked in depth about the hidden damage the wrong combination of medicines can do to our independence. The fear of feeling confused or losing our sharp memory is real. It threatens our dignity. But knowledge is our shield. Now we must look closely at what is sitting right there in your medicine cabinet. We are diving into the 3 most common pill categories that secretly weaken the senior brain. Pill Category 1. The Nighttime Knockout. The first category is tricky because it often doesn't require a prescription. I'm talking about those common over-the-counter sleep aids, nighttime cold remedies, and some allergy pills. The ones you take maybe just once or twice a week when you are having trouble settling down. You might be taking them because you think, it's just a little pink pill. It's better than tossing and turning all night. Here is the secret danger. Many of these popular nighttime formulas contain a specific ingredient, often called diphenhydramine. Diphenhydramine is an antihistamine, but it has a very powerful side effect on the aging brain. It creates what doctors call an anticholinergic burden. Think of your brain like a small town where every message needs to be delivered by a messenger named acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is crucial for memory, learning, and focus. When you take that nighttime pill, the active ingredient blocks acetylcholine from delivering its messages. It throws sand in the gears of your short-term memory system. The result is often confusion the next morning. You wake up feeling foggy, groggy, or just plain off. You forget why you walked into the kitchen. You struggle to remember the name of the new neighbor. You might even feel clumsy or unsteady. You might blame the poor sleep itself, but it was often the pill that caused the poor function. If you are using these pills regularly, even a few times a month, the cumulative effect is slowing down your brain's ability to think clearly. Your action step right now. Go look at the ingredients list on any OTC sleep aid, cold medicine, or allergy pill in your home. If you see diphenhydramine, or sometimes doxylamine, you need to talk to your pharmacist or doctor about safer, non-chemical ways to improve your sleep. Remember, a little bit of grogginess can quickly translate into a dangerous stumble on the bathroom rug at night. Protecting your mind is protecting your body. Pill Category 2. The calm that costs too much. The second common pill category that impacts cognitive independence is medication prescribed for anxiety and severe insomnia. These are often referred to as benzodiazepines, names like lorazepam, alprazolam, or diazepam. Perhaps you've known them for years as Xanax, Ativan, or Valium. These medicines were lifesavers for short-term panic or acute anxiety many years ago. But as our bodies age, they hold on to these drugs for much longer. They linger in the system, particularly in the fatty tissues of the brain. They are designed to calm the nervous system down, but for seniors, they often calm it down too much. This category is especially dangerous because it increases 3 critical risks that steal our independence. 1. Dizziness and falls. These pills make you unsteady on your feet, especially when getting out of bed or standing up quickly. A fall is one of the quickest ways a senior can lose their ability to live independently at home. 2. Memory gaps. These drugs can severely impair short-term memory. People on them often report having blank spots or confusion, especially about events that just happened. This can cause immense frustration and fear. 3. Worsening sleep quality. While they help you fall asleep, they disrupt the deep restorative sleep cycles our brain needs to clear out metabolic waste and form solid memories. We often start taking these pills during a crisis, a period of widowhood, a major surgery, or high stress, and then we never stop. The thought of stopping can cause anxiety itself. This category requires careful conversation, not immediate stopping. Your action step right now. If you are taking one of these anxiety or heavy sleep pills daily, look closely at the prescription date. If you have been taking it for more than 3 months, it is time for an honest discussion with your prescribing doctor. Do not stop taking these suddenly. That can be dangerous. But you must ask about alternatives. Your doctor needs to help you determine if you can safely taper off them and move toward therapies or safer medications that do not cloud your mind or increase your risk of a crippling fall. The goal is not just to feel calm. The goal is to feel safe and clear. We deserve to remember the stories we tell our grandchildren and to walk through our homes without fear of stumbling. We have covered two major categories, the hidden OTC culprits and the common anti-anxiety pills. But there is a third category that is perhaps the most surprising of all. It is a group of medications widely prescribed for something completely unrelated to the brain, yet it carries the same silent threat to your cognitive strength. This third category is in the bathroom cabinet or the kitchen drawer of almost every senior I know, and we must address it next. Stay with me. We have talked about the pills that interfere with your peaceful sleep and the medications that throw your body into a state of confusion, making you feel foggy and unstable. Now, let's look into a completely different category. It hides in plain sight, often related to your comfort after dinner. This is the second major danger to your cognitive independence, and millions of seniors rely on it daily. I'm talking about long-term use of certain acid reflux and stomach protection medications. You know the pills, I mean. The ones you take regularly for heartburn, that chronic burning sensation, or just to protect your stomach lining from all the other pills you're taking. Many of these are called proton pump inhibitors, or PPIs. Maybe you've seen brand names like Prilosec or Nexium. You started taking them years ago, maybe just for a few months, and now they are simply part of your morning routine, right next to your coffee cup. This is the secret danger. These pills are incredibly effective at reducing stomach acid, which is exactly what they are designed to do. But stomach acid isn't just there to cause you trouble, it's essential. You need stomach acid to properly break down and absorb vital nutrients from your food. Specifically, we are talking about vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is the electrician of your brain and nervous system. It is absolutely crucial for sharp memory, clear thinking, and stable balance. As we age, it is already harder for our bodies to absorb B12. If you combine natural aging with years of taking a strong acid-blocking pill, you essentially starve your brain of the very nutrient it needs to stay sharp. This is not something you feel instantly. It is a slow, quiet sabotage. Over time, low B12 shows up as memory loss, increasing confusion, and sometimes even numbness or tingling in the hands and feet. If you are currently struggling with brain fog, and you have been taking one of these stomach medications for more than 6 months, you need to connect the dots. The wisdom of aging well means protecting your yad or kitchen cabinet just as much as your pill organizer. Think about those Sunday dinners, or that slice of cake you enjoy. The immediate comfort from the pill today might be costing you the clarity you need to enjoy your grandchildren tomorrow. But here is the most crucial piece of advice regarding any medication we discuss. Never stop taking a long-term prescription medication cold turkey. This can be incredibly dangerous and cause severe withdrawal or rebound symptoms. If you suddenly stop your acid reflux medication, you might get the worst heartburn of your life, making you feel worse and scaring you back onto the medication forever. The strategy here is not panic. The strategy is preparation and wise conversation with your physician. Your goal is not to demand a stop to the medication, but to open a dialogue about long-term use. You need to become your own best advocate, armed with simple questions that focus on your quality of life and independence. When you prepare for your next doctor's visit, write down these 3 phrases. Keep them simple, keep them clear. First, say, "Doctor, I've been taking this stomach pill for X years. I'm concerned about my B12 levels and how long-term use might be affecting my memory." Second, say, "Could we explore a plan to safely reduce the dosage or transition to a different class of medication that doesn't block nutrient absorption?" And the third most powerful phrase, "What is the lowest effective dose I can take to protect my health without compromising my independence?" When you use the word independence, you shift the focus from a medical side effect to your quality of life. Doctors understand this fear deeply. They want you safe and independent. Sometimes, simply moving to a lower dose or switching to an alternative like an H2 blocker, which works differently, can make a world of difference for your brain health without sacrificing stomach comfort. This is the wisdom of the second act, realizing that we must manage our meds, not let them manage us. Now, we've covered the pills that steal your sleep and stability, and the ones that quietly starve your brain of essential nutrients. But there is one more category of drug lurking in almost every senior's medicine cabinet that causes falls, disorientation, and can look exactly like the early stages of dementia. This final group is so commonly prescribed for mild anxiety and temporary worry that many people don't even categorize them as heavy medication. It is often taken right before bed, and it is silently increasing your risk of falling in the middle of the night. We will tackle this final secret danger and the simple non-pill habits that can replace them right after this. Stay with me. This last warning is perhaps the most urgent for protecting your physical safety and your home peace. We have looked deep into the 3 types of pills that sneakily weaken your memory and slow your thinking. Now, the most important step, taking charge. You cannot just stop a medication. Never do that. Sudden changes can be dangerous, sometimes worse than the side effects you are trying to avoid. The true wisdom lies in partnership. You must become the informed detective of your own health, but the doctor remains the chief engineer. When you go for your next checkup, perhaps this week, bring all the pill bottles with you. Not just the prescriptions, but the vitamins, the sleeping aids, the antacids, the supplements, everything. Put them in one big brown bag. Sit down with your physician and say this simple phrase. Write it down if you need to. Doctor, I am worried about keeping my brain sharp. Can we review every single item in this bag to ensure nothing is secretly interfering with my memory or causing confusion? Do not accuse the pill. Ask for the review. If your doctor dismisses your concerns quickly, gently push back. Remind them that your cognitive independence, your ability to manage your finances, drive safely, and take care of your home is your greatest treasure right now. Ask specifically if there is a lower dose, a different class of medication, or a non-drug solution you can try first. For example, for minor anxiety or sleep issues, ask about cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or melatonin before refilling a pill known for fogging the brain. This conversation is vital for your dignity. A brief moment of clarity now protects years of independent living later. But medication is only one piece of the puzzle. Protecting your brain means daily wisdom in your home life. We often blame the pills when the real culprit is something simpler: thirst. Dehydration is the silent killer of senior cognitive function. Just being a little low on water can cause confusion, dizziness, and memory blanks that feel exactly like the start of dementia. A glass of water by the bed at night, a bottle carried during your morning walk, a cup with every meal. This is simple, cheap brain protection. Make it a routine. Another secret brain protector: using your brain for simple tasks. When we retire, we often let go of complex mental work. We stop managing projects, balancing detailed accounts, or planning complex routes. Your brain is a muscle that needs resistance training. Do not just watch television. Read a real book that requires focus. Do the crossword puzzle, or better yet, teach a young relative a skill you know: knitting, carpentry, cooking. The act of organizing your knowledge to teach it solidifies your memory pathways. This is the path to real security. Not just the security of having money in the bank, but the security of knowing you can trust your own mind. Think about the consequences of losing that sharpness. It is not just forgetting where the keys are. It is the fear of being scammed on the phone because you cannot think clearly. It is the shame of mismanaging the checkbook. It is the loss of confidence to speak up in a family meeting because you cannot organize your thoughts. By managing your medication carefully and keeping your routines sharp, you are preserving your voice, your confidence, and your seat at the head of the table. We started this journey with the medicine cabinet, the chemical risk to your independence. But physical risks are just as critical, especially those hiding in plain sight. The single biggest threat to a senior's long-term independence is not confusion, but a fall. A fall leads to injury, injury leads to hospitalization, and hospitalization often leads to permanent loss of independent mobility. In our next segment, we must turn our attention to the home itself. There is one specific, highly common object that is responsible for more senior falls than any slippery floor or icy patch outside. It is in the bedroom, the bathroom, or the kitchen, and you use it every single day. If you don't address this item, all the careful planning with your doctor about your pills might be undone by one sudden trip. Join me next time as we focus on the physical wisdom of fall prevention and reveal the #1 threat lurking in your home right now.